Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Meister. Running a little bit late today. No particular reason. Took myself for a lovely long walk this morning. Okay, what I wanted to have a look at today, using my mystical manga cards, who are protected by their clear quartz, I want to have a look at the recent argy-bargy, push and shove, saber rattling, whatever you like to call it, that's going on currently in the Republican Party. So you've got Trump and Trumpsters on one side, and he's gone, oh, Mike Pence could have overturned the election, etc., etc. Well, Pence has come out and said, no, I couldn't. McConnell has come out in support of Pence and said Trump's incited the insurrection and that he supports the January 6th committee. So that's Lindsey Graham. And then you've got Christie, who has, excuse my copious notes here, has said that Trump's response to Pence's statement of saying that no, he couldn't change the election, that Trump's response to that was immature, which it was. He's a bit of a hold your breath and throw a tantrum in the sandpit sort of schoolyard bully. So I just want to have, now apparently Mike Flynn had a recent rally. Now if you don't know who Mike Flynn is, Mike Flynn has a very checkered career of siding, a career general in the armed forces, but he has sided with Turkey and Russia, and he was found to be lying to the FBI regarding to his relations with Russia, and was subsequently thrown in jail, and then he was pardoned by Trump. So Mike Flynn's also decided to take an evangelistical approach to life. So he's sort of gone a bit off the wire in regards to reality, claiming that there should be one God in the US and it should be the Christian God. Well, if there's one God in the US, why would it not be the Islamic God or the Buddhist leader, etc., etc.? But no, he's gone quite off the planet with that. But anyhow, so Flynn had a rally recently and all of 100 people turned up. So people are just, I think, and I feel, are getting jaded with the rubbish that is going on, and they're having their eyes open. The RNC, which is the Republican National Committee, has censored the January the 6th committee, claiming it's going ahead purely for political discourse, which, those of us that live in the real world know that is not true. So there's quite a bit of back and forth and argy-bargy and you said and I said stuff going on. Now, what started this latest round was Trump claiming that if Pence didn't have the ability to overturn the election, then why are the Democrats trying to put through a bill to change the wording of what the vice president can actually do in that situation? And that is all it is. The original legislation was written 100, 150, whatever years ago. It is worded in such a way that there is grey area for modern society in the way we interpret things. So all the Democrats are doing is introducing a bill that will update the language of the legislation. So what I might do first of all, I just want to see whether the bill gets passed. Will the bill that the Democrats are putting forward to update the wording in regards to declaring the election be passed? Will the wording bill be passed? Will the wording Right, what have we got here? This has fallen out. Didn't notice it, fell out. The world. It is a culmination of a cycle. It is this is a big yes card. This is the unity of diversity. It is culmination of achievement, and it can be also the world stage. So it's a signifier. The clarifiers I've got is the Queen of Swords. So this is very potentially Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the Senate, I believe, not knowing my politics back to front. Bringing it forward as a truth. It's a yes card. There is a bit of juggling that will have to go on in regards to that. A little bit of back and forth and just some decisions to be made. So we've got the two crossroads decisions, a bit of back and forth that will need to go ahead in regards to that. But then we have the Star of Hope. So base of the pack, Page of Swords, bringing forth the truth. So I have no qualms whatsoever. Put it in the bank if you want. Or pull me up again on it later. Yes, the bill to reword the legislation will go through. You've got your powerful female figure bringing forward the truth here and the knowledge and the power. You've got this will be, going back. There's always a little bit of back and forth, but then you've got the Star of Hope. So yes, I see that. And then you've got the Page of Wands who's bringing forward the truth. So yes, that bill is going to get through. It's to quote Linda G, it's a nothing burger. It is just updating the wording so that any potential loopholes due to the archaic wording are removed, but the integrity is kept intact. Okay, I want to have a quick look at each of Pence, Graham. Now you've got to understand, Pence and Graham and O'Connell. I haven't written down when O'Connell's up for re-election. You've got to understand these guys have been in the game a long time. I mean, there's photos of O'Connell with Ronald Reagan way back in was that the 80s? So they've been in politics a long time in comparison to these Trumpster newbies. They know when to sit down and shut up. They know when to voice something. The fact that they've voiced and come out, which in all honesty, in the past, they would have just shut up and let it all wash over them and let the January the 6th committee do their work. This is the January 6th committee doing their work. Is there something to bring the truth out, doing their work to bring out the truth? Is there something, because normally they wouldn't say anything, but what's happening is they're very deliberately distancing themselves by being in opposition to Trump. Now, don't get me wrong, they had years to do this. They had the year leading up to the election. They had the 4 years of Trump. They've had the 12 months since to step forward and do the right and honourable thing, which they haven't. So speaking up now does not make them heroes, but it is interesting. So, and these are seasoned politicians. They know what is what and when is when. So tell me, do Pence, Graham and McConnell know something that the rest of us don't in regards to Trump? Why has Pence, McConnell and Lindsey spoken out now? Why has Pence, McConnell and Lindsey Graham. Pence, McConnell and Graham. Why are they speaking up now? Why are they speaking up now? Oh, that one was determined to be on the top. Okay, the magician, manifesting something into reality, but also manipulation. Let's do a little bit of a deeper dive on this. Okay, this is a figure that has all the suits at its power: the cups, the swords, the wands, and the pentacles. So let's go a little bit further. So, okay, what they're aware of is they are very aware of the power of the January the 6th committee and what they can bring forth, crossed by blindfolded hostage. This character is changed potentially to the devil, because often the devil has chains coming off it. So it is crossed by ignorance to the truth, deliberate ignorance to the truth. I'm going to say that. Base is the Two of Pentacles, which is the decisions to be made, juggling. So this is what Graham, Pence and McConnell are doing. They are juggling frantically, trying to keep their balls in the air. In the past, we have the Three of Wands, which is a plan being made in regards to the future. Okay, this explains a lot of why. So we've got the moon, murky secrets beneath the surface that are going to arise, that are going to come up to and be illuminated. They know or they fear they know what these secrets are. In regards to the money laundering, the dark money, who got paid what where, external influences is the coming together. Internal influences, they are moving on. They know the truth. They've taken their truth. They're trying to get their truth out there, and they are frantically paddling away. So this is the committee. I'm going to call this the January the 6th committee card, because this is coming together, working together, circles of support. And the January 6th committee has the support of the old school Republicans, plus the Democrats, plus the independents. So that's your three majors coming together in support, working together. So these three characters, they are frantically paddling. They've put their truth in their boat and they're frantically paddling. And hopes and fears is death and rebirth, can be loss, authentic reform is coming forward. And this is both a hope and a fear. Future outcome. Wheel of Fortune, the fate of some rising while the fate of some going down. A lot of hard work. It will be a fair burden, but they are neatly stacked and making their way forward with these messages. These messages will be coming out. New chapter, new beginnings, fate of some rising, fate of some falling, as these messages come out. A lot of them. And then we've got the victory card. Again, success with a lot of messages coming forward. And the King of Wands. These are the lawmakers. Base of the pack, you've got the government. Bit of conflict. But you've also got your inspiring self-aware and confident figure coming forward with the Knight of Cups. So he's bringing forward the cup that needs to be revealed. But what we've got here is, so very definitely, these chappies know that there is a murky underbelly that is going to be exposed, so they are frantically juggling to stay on the side of right, as history will remember it. Okay, let's have a quick look at, I'm not going to read on Flynn. Flynn. I also noticed, for those that are interested, Christie has also come out. Well, Christie is the one that said that Trump's response was immature. As Lindsey Graham has criticised the pardons that Trump is promising. So, but Christie was an interesting one because he was a rabid Trump supporter. The others were Trump supporters in what Trump could do for them. Now, you've got to remember, these are the other three seasoned politicians. They're in it for, they're not about serving the people. They're about what can I get for myself. But Christie's an interesting one because he was a rabid Trump supporter, and now he's come out and just shook his head and said, this guy's an idiot. Okay, I want to have a quick look at the future because they're all coming up for the re-election. Oh, goodness me, can't you guys bring in not necessarily term limits, but retirement ages for your politicians when they actually have to retire by? Once upon a time, when your legislation was first brought up, your constitution was first written and ratified. Oh, they all died by the time they were 50, but that's not happening anymore. These guys are desperately trying to hang on to what they have. Need to have age limits, goodness me. So, tell me about, Pence is up for election first that I'm aware of, 2023. Because they're in the Senate, is it Senate? They are on a different cycle to the lower house. So they have longer terms or something, and then only a third of them come up for election at any given time or something to that effect. So tell me, will Pence be re-elected in 2023? Will Pence be re-elected in 2023? Pence be re-elected. Here we go. Oh, someone at the door. They're probably just dropping off a parcel, so I'll keep going. So we've got the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers is not necessarily meaning lovers. It is about a difficult decision that needs to be made on both a grounded and a spiritual level. So this is, will Pence, no, I've got that he's going to walk away. He's got a difficult decision to make. He's going to walk away. New beginning. Okay, and he's come out as the Emperor. So he's going to walk away from being elected in 2023. This is how the cards are telling me at the moment. And then you've got the Knight of Coins, which is the mercenary. Base of the pack is you've got intergenerational. Now, and he's going to be juggling for his life. A new beginning. But then you've got this card. But what I'm seeing from this, what I'm getting from this, he has a difficult decision to be made. He will walk away from his position in 2023 to launch a new beginning in a bid for the Emperor. So I'm going to ask, is Pence going to run Is Pence going to try and run for the presidency in 2024? I don't know. Can they run if they're in this already in government? I don't know. Possibly. But what I'm getting there is he's going to make a decision to walk away from his current position, regroup himself, and run for the Emperor role. So tell me, is Pence going to run for the presidency in 2024? Is Pence going to run for the presidency in 2024? Is Pence going to run for the presidency in 2024? Oh, falling out at me everywhere. Too many cards. That's just me poor shuffling. It's going to run for the presidency in 2024. Queen of Wands. Yes, he sees himself as an inspiration. He's self-confident. Telling me yes. Queen of Swords. Again, a yes. But and it will be a conflict. He'll have a conflict on his hands with this decision he's made. So I'm getting that as a yes. This is, believe it or not, this is Pence. Kings are not necessarily male, queens are not necessarily female. They are just the different energies that they bring forward. So where kings are more about authority figures and mentors, queens are more about compassion and security, internal security. So what we've got here is he sees himself as being self-aware, and he's confident that he can bring forward a different perception, he sees himself as bringing forward the sort of truth about what's gone on, but he is hamstrung. He's hamstrung by the truth, and he will find it difficult. He will find himself in a battle for just pre-selection as he's juggling his balls. Excuse the image that conjured up. Juggling for the position. Okay, if Pence. So what I'm seeing is yes, he will run. Will Pence become the Republican nominee in 2024? Will Pence become the Republican nominee in 2024? Will Pence become the Republican? There's so many that are going to try for that position, but a lot of them won't even get that far. They'll fall before they get that far as the law catches up with them for so many other reasons. But Pence has managed to keep himself squeaky clean legally. Will Pence be the Republican nomination in 2024? He's working hard at it. Will Pence become the Republican nomination for president in 2024? Pop that back in. Will Pence become the Republican nomination in 2024 for president? Right. Oh, here's this one popped up again. The Lovers. Difficult decision, but victory. Yes. King of Wands. Yes. Queen of Cups. Yes, but something to be revealed. Oh boy. Okay. A lot of anxiety, giving and receiving help. Though the donors joining in, the donors supporting him, but you reap what you sow. So I'm seeing that yes, actually, oddly enough. And then we've got the Hierophant, so we've got the government systems on the bottom of the deck. So, Hierophant, I'll just read through those. King of Swords. So this is how Pence sees himself once he becomes the elect, but then lost despair and heartbreak. So I have never read that the Republicans will be successful in the 2024 presidency. But that is telling me, yes, that Pence will be the Republican nominee for the 2024 presidency. Okay, very quickly, because we're up to 26 minutes already. Lindsey Graham, up for re-election in 2027. Should have looked and seen when McConnell was up. I think McConnell's not up for ages too, because didn't he just get in? I think they're both 2027. Gosh, you're gonna, especially McConnell, gosh, he's going to be old by then. Will Lindsey Graham be the Republican nominee for 2027? Will Lindsey Graham be the Republican nominee for 2027? He's trying hard. He's trying to keep it close to his chest, walking away. He's insecure about it. And he's trying to hang on, basically. Will Lindsey Graham be the Republican nominee for 2024? Sees himself as a bit of an emperor. You've got an inspired leader here, but it will be a battle. Sure. Victory. Sorry, my bad. And he's working hard at it. The money's flowing in for him. So he will be the Republican nominee. Will he get the position? Will Lindsey Graham get voted in 2027? Will Lindsey Graham get voted back in 2027? Will Lindsey Graham get voted back in 2027? Will Lindsey Graham get voted back in 2027? Seems so long, far away. Government, Queen of Coins, domestic security. He's insecure and hanging on, so the outcome is yes. I'm getting that yes, he will be. Don't understand why, but anyhow, yes, he will be. He says he's very, very good at saying what people want to hear. He's a bit of a flip-flopper. Very good. So tell me, will McConnell make it to the next election, which I think he's 2027 too, because didn't he just, to the disbelief of most people, get voted back in at the last round of elections? It was like, really, when he's not liked in Kentucky. So how he got back in is goodness knows. So will McConnell actually make it to the 2027 election? Will McConnell make it to the 2027 election? Will McConnell make it to the 2027 election? Make it. Oh, coming at me in all directions. No. There's going to be an exposure of dark money here. he's going to be sacrificed for it. There's a difficult decision that will be made, and no, he's not even going to, so I'm not even going to read whether he gets in or not. This is a no, the big no, as the truth comes out in full illumination very quickly. Actually, it's going to be soon. Page of Swords bringing forward the truth. Okay, we've got the King, Queen, and Page of Swords all there surrounding these messages that are going to come through. And the last card that I pulled out is the murky secrets coming to the surface. So McConnell's not even going to make it to the next election. There's going to be stuff that comes out about him that is going to halt him in his tracks. Okay, turned out a bit longer than I wanted it to, but thank you for joining me. And any questions in the comments below? Welcome, welcome, welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Love a comment, even if it's you disagree with me and we can discuss like civilized human beings. I do love a comment. And if there's something that you want me to read on that you don't want to ask publicly, then my email is below. Okay, talk to you later. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time.